Hello there. Let's talk about loops in Elixir. Can we do something like this on Elixir? This is a traditional for loop from JavaScript. The answer is no, we can't. And it's because of immutability. Check this out. Here, we are creating a local variable called I. It starts with the value of 0. We're going to run this loop until this I variable becomes bigger or equal than the length of the array. Until then, we're going to keep running this loop, and then on every single iteration from this loop, we are going to mutate this I variable. We're going to increment it. That's why we cannot do a traditional for loop. So how do we do loops in Elixir if we can't do a traditional for? Let me delete this. Well, we can use something called recursion. Now, of course, we're going to cover enumerables on the upcoming videos, and you're going to see that we have the enum.map, enum.each, enum.filter, just like in JavaScript. But underneath what's happening is recursion. And we're going to do recursion on this video from scratch. But to be honest, on your day-to-day work, I think it's rare that you're going to do a recursion from scratch, but it's important to understand the concept. So I'm going to create a new function. I'm going to say get all, okay? Get all. Let's assume that now I have a list, right? I have a list, and then I have a second item here. Okay, I'm going to take this suggestion of whoops, let me do a zoom out. I'm going to take this suggestion of Copilot, but I think he's not helping that much, so I'm going to disable completions. I'm going to say, let me remove Diablo. I like The Witcher 3, God of War. This is good. All right. So we have a function to get all the games available on the store. Let's create another function to count how many games that we have on the store. So I'm gonna say def count. Okay, now on the count, the only parameter that we need to receive is a list of games. So I'm gonna say game list, and then do, right? So how do we do recursion? A recursion, if you are unaware, it's when you call the function itself multiple times until there is like a finish point, like the end, the last iteration from that infinite function call. So we need to actually write two functions here. The first one is what happens once we go to the last element and we have nothing left on the list. And the other one, which is the regular case, which is what do I do when I'm in the middle of the iteration. So actually here, I think I'm gonna create the last case first, which is, let me simplify, I'm gonna say do. On the final iteration from the game list, we're actually going to receive an empty list. And if we receive an empty list, I am going to return new, okay? Now let me create another count function with the game list, right? Do. Now here's what we're going to do. We need to grab the first item from the list, right? Remove it from the list somehow, and then proceed to iterate with the remaining items. How can we do that? Is there, I don't know, some pattern matching magic that we can do here? And yes, there is. Remember on the pattern matching video, I said that one way of pattern matching on lists is the following. You receive a list, and then you do head, and then this vertical line, tail, okay? This way, the head is the first element of the list. It's just one item, and then the tail is a list with the remaining items, right? So here's what we're gonna do. Since we want to count how many games there are, I'm gonna say 1 plus, and then I'm gonna count once again with the tail, which means the remaining of the function. And we're not doing anything with the head, so I think we can safely ignore it. Just gonna do this, right? And then we're gonna do 1 plus the remaining of the list, plus the remaining of the list, plus the remaining of the list, until we reach this final case where we have an empty list, and then we do nothing, okay? Oh, and actually we have an error here, because I am trying to sum a number with a new, and this is wrong. I should be doing a sum with 0, actually, okay? Thank you, Elixir LS, you saved my life. So once we have no items left, we're just gonna return a 0. So it's going to be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 until we reach the final case, which is plus 0. So let's test this. IEX, all right? We're gonna say games equals games.getAll, okay? We have 3 items, so the return of games.countGames should be 3, correct? There you go. Super easy. Now to finalize this video, let's try to get like the total price of the shopping cart. Let's assume that I have these 3 games on my cart and I want to sum the price. We can do something very similar. In fact, I'm just gonna copy this function. I'm gonna paste it here. And then instead of count, I'm gonna say it's total, okay? Now here's the thing. Now I really need the head of this function because I need to grab the price from the head, right? So here I'm gonna say that I want head.price, which is coming from here, correct? Head.price. And then I'm gonna call total again, now with the tail, which is the remaining of the list once we remove the head. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the terminal. I'm gonna say recompile. Okay, now we still have the games variable. I'm just gonna call games.total games. And now we have, I cannot do quick math, but yep, that is 140. So it worked. So this is recursion in Elixir. And of course, here I'm only using an example of lists where I grab the head and the tail, but as always, like you can pattern match anything. Here, the easiest example to show on recursion are lists, but you can go crazy with this. So yeah, but it's also very uncommon for you to do recursion from scratch on your day-to-day work. It's very likely that you are going to use enum.for, enum.each, enum.map that we're going to cover on another video. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.